Indiana University's National Survey of Sexual Health looked to answer the question, how often do men and women masturbate? Now, I want to give you the numbers that they came up with, and I'm also going to try simultaneously to contain my laughter as we go through it. So we can pick from a bunch of different age groups here because they break it up into a bunch of different age groups, but we'll stick with, just for the sake of the story, we'll do age 25 to 29. So how often do people masturbate in that age group, 25 to 29? So let's start with women. According to the University of Indiana and their National Survey of Sexual Health, 4 times per week. How many women masturbate 4 times per week? 5%. And to be clear, that's 4 times or more. They say 5%. How many do 2 to 3 times per week? 7.9%. How many do it a few times per month or weekly? They say 21.5%. How many do it a few times per year to monthly? This supposedly is the biggest category, 37.2%. And then 28.5% say they haven't done it in the past year. Now, we'll come back to that in a second. Again, that's the numbers for the women, age 25 to 29. Now let's go to the men. What percentage of men say they masturbate 4 times or more per week? 20.1%. Bullshit. 23.4% say they do it 2 to 3 times per week. 25% say a few times per month or weekly. 14.7% say a few times per year to monthly. And 16.5% say not in the past year. All right, I believe I've sufficiently contained myself for the first portion of this story, and now allow me to say, I don't believe any of these numbers at all. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Okay, what this is an Indiana University National Survey of Sexual Health that people are willing to admit to, okay? And what we're dealing with here is people that are embarrassed. They don't want to tell the survey people what they actually fucking do. Are you kidding me? Really, only 20% of men were willing to say, age 25 to 29, that they masturbate 4 times per week or more? That's a joke. I've masturbated 4 times since I started this segment. What a silly, silly thing, man. Look, I'm going to give you the real numbers for men. I hope you're sitting down. 99% of men masturbate at least 2 to 3 times per week. Okay, and obviously that varies greatly on, if you have a significant other, or you don't, or you're married, or you're not, or whatever. There's a whole bunch of variation in it, right? But 99% of men are either having a lot of sex to cover up for that masturbation, or they're masturbating at least 2 to 3 times per week. 99%. If you go by their fucking numbers, it's 44%. How insane is that? Only 44% of men. Nonsense. Now, the women, look, I have to admit, man, I have no fucking idea. The women, you tell me. Like, I can sit here and guess all I want, but I'd just be pulling it out of my ass. What experience do I have with women's masturbation other than, my 4 ex-girlfriends and what they've done? That's fucking as anecdotal as can possibly be. So you guys have to tell me what's going on. But look, if I had to venture a guess, I'm calling bullshit on their numbers too, because 28.5%. So like 30% of women haven't masturbated in the last year. Bullshit. 40% say they only do it a few times per year. Bullshit. Bullshit. So you're telling me the women are supposedly saying that, what is it? 33% of them, only 33% of them in total, do it, a decent amount, like 2 or 3 times a week or something like that. That's just not true. Like, everybody's just lying, There's no way that these numbers are accurate. I don't know how you would do an accurate survey unless you're fucking violating people's privacy, which you shouldn't do. So I guess maybe the NSA could work on this. The NSA could figure out what's going on here. I'm just kidding. Don't turn on those fucking cameras in the laptops, because we know that they can. They definitely can. But I don't believe this. I think the numbers are much higher. People are sexual beings, and they're lying because they're embarrassed. But there's no fucking reason to be embarrassed, man. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's 100% natural. Literally. It's hardwired in your DNA and your genetics. You want to get off. Doesn't matter what gender you are, how you feel. It's in all of us, no pun intended, at some level. So we should just admit to it.